live and direct on the Jam Cruise number 22.
Wow.
We are on Charlie Tuna TV, and I am here with this podcast, little questionnaire type of thing that I'm trying to do called Fishing Trip. And I didn't plan to interview this next guy, right? But this guy pops up, him and his wife, out of nowhere. Like, wait a minute, what the f-? But in places that I always am surprised to see him, but not so surprised because of how positive and how pleasant this brother is and how fucking amazingly talented this guy is. Not just in the music field, but in vibe in general. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome for my brother Kaleo from Pepper, damn it.
Yeah, I mean when you talk about me like that, and I think about who you have been in my musical journey.
Oh, love.
Oh, man. I just gotta say, like, I am so impressed. Like, you know, yeah, I pop up every now and then in these unique places, but the way that you are able to be like, you know, and I hope you take this in the way of like David Bowie.
Oh.
David Bowie, kind of like a chameleon, you know, and how you are able to interpretate your art, your craft in any scenario has always been incredible to me. Thank you for the years of friendship. And also thank you for allowing me to share stage with you, especially with our boys on Stupid, you know, so yeah,
vice versa, bro.
Yeah, man, like honestly, like it's been a really beautiful journey for the whole thing.
So,
here we are, fishing trip.
We are looking out at some of the craziest waters in the Caribbean, if you can see. Talking about oil tankers and sunsets and things of that nature. Wow. So, my first question to you is this. What is the origin of the name Pepper? And was it like an accident, or was it something that you guys like set out to you know, represent a certain thing about you guys? What?
Yeah, okay. So, if you've ever seen Pepper live, if you've ever listened to the records with the skits that we infuse into those recordings of the songs, you're gonna understand sense of humor is the number one thing for us. We're not great musicians. Like, we are not technically great musicians, and we're gonna be the first to tell you that. I will tell you this though, on any given time that we're together, we're probably having the most fun of anyone in the room. That is just serious. And I think what it comes to is like, you've got like these three guys from the same town, Kailua Kona, where there was nothing to do, especially in the 90s, man. Like, there was nothing, no live music venue, no anything. We cut our teeth playing in like Michelangelo's Italian restaurant. Wow. We did house parties, anything that we could do, we would play. And then 2 years of being a band, we'd like, you know what? We're gonna move. We're absolutely got to try this because we're having so much fun.
Right.
Now, with that being said, the sense of humor that the three of us have, and if you've ever seen us before, like the Pepper shows are just crazy. You never know what's going to be said or what you're going to get, except for a good time, just a good time.
That's right.
The name actually comes from a Saturday Night Live skit with Dana Carvey, Adam Sandler. Let's see, the guest was Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon was one of the SNL crew. The guest was Christy Alley. And basically, it's the Pepper Boys. And Kevin Nealon and Christy Alley, they go out to this Italian restaurant where they have like this Italian date night. However, all these waiters, and by the way, the three of us were waiters at this time in Kona.
Oh, shit.
All right? All these waiters are coming over and they're just like, basically, not only hitting on Christy Alley, but throwing her on the table and just having a really good time with the pepper mill and just going for it. And they were the Pepper Boys. And we just laughed our sick fucking asses off at this so many times. This is when you actually had a VHS tape, and we had to record it, and we would watch it over and over. No YouTube. You couldn't like do this digitally. Like, we would watch it until that tape wore thin.
Right.
And there was only really one name that we wanted to do, and that was Pepper. As an SNL fan forever. And just because that skit is phenomenal. Now, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna YouTube it right now. You're gonna go search for it right now. But I'm gonna tell you this, you gotta find the one when Christy Alley is the star of the SNL for that night.
This is ridiculous. They're groping all over you.
Oh, honey, it's just their custom.
and then you'll really take it from there.
Okay, now, this is so serendipitous, man, because the question that I asked Galactic yesterday was, how'd you guys get your name? And it traced back to an SNL scene.
No way. See? These guys know. They're there. Yeah.
Fucking nuts, man. This is
man.
so dope, man. This is dope.
Comedy is just, it's so important to like remind each other to laugh. Especially in difficult times as Earth goes.
That's true.
If you can remember to laugh and get together and laugh with people, it is wonderful. Like Jam Cruise, man, I'm seeing people laugh, help each other out, dancing constantly, just having a good time. It's really a beautiful thing. And that's, Pepper, like I said, before we were musicians, we were just people who really wanted to bring a good time to other people.
That's right. Man, let me tell you, I can attest to the fact that if you go to their shows, I go to their show just to laugh at the banter in between the songs. These dudes he talking about they ain't good musicians. They are. They fucking dope. But, dude, they have me crying. Like, crying. I remember the first time I saw y'all in closer, I was like, are you fucking kidding?
We could do better, though. We need some help from our Polynesian Thor. Make some noise. The Polynesian Thor, Brett. For Mr. Mata from the Common K. Wait a minute.
Dude, that was nuts. So anyway, that shit, respect to these dudes, man, for real, man.
The same three guys,
Every time.
Brett and Yi and myself, all growing up in Kona. And then now, years later, we actually have an additional musician, Jeff Neeson, who just brings the whole vibe even higher. So
Are you guys all from that area?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that,
All
man.
born and raised.
Sweet.
All Hawaiian born and raised.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it really is. Beautiful.
Damn. Okay, so the second question is...
Number 2.
Number 2.
Utah. Give me 2.
How has music changed you, for you, and you in general? Whether it be, say good things, bad things, both, whatever.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I come from a family of musicians. My mom and my father, both really beautifully accomplished musicians. So I was always surrounded by it. But when you're a kid, they're not playing the songs that you want to hear, right? I wanted to hear George Michael's Faith when I was like in 4th grade or something. They weren't playing that. They were playing like, Fleetwood Mac.
Yep, right.
I absolutely love now, but it kind of takes a second. So I was constantly surrounded by music. Instruments were everywhere all the time, but I personally didn't really get into music until about 15 when I found out chicks loved it. And I'm just, okay, wait, chicks actually like someone who plays guitar? I'm gonna learn this guitar. And then that's where it started. But then, I got my first Jimi Hendrix Access Bold as Love fake book, and with the tablature in it and the chords. And that's when I started to go for it and really. And then also too, I'm a product of learning music in the 90s, and I gotta say that the 90s were, when you look at what was coming out in the 90s, from everywhere, you've got Blood Sugar Sex Magic and The Chronic,
right?
Dre 92 dropping in the same day.
Yeah.
You've got Nirvana, and you've got all these things happening, going on simultaneously at the same time. It's a really beautiful era. I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but the 90s were equal to the 60s, in my opinion, about what was happening musically. Really, it was so crucial. So then I started to dip into the whole Seattle scene, and then we got a taste of Sublime, which blew us away. And then we would go Sublime was great because they would give you a little breadcrumb trail about everything that they were picking up, And so that led us to bands like The Clash. And that led us to bands like KRS-One. And so we were just artists like Harris, and we're just there going, okay, great. This is it was almost kind of looking, listening to 40 Ounces to Freedom was almost like diving into Brad's record collection because it brought so much music to our attention. Now, our minds are just blown. The vibration, the frequency, and the sonics of music have been not only therapeutic for me, but also have, I would say, allowed me to bring an inner joy within to other people with ease. It was the easiest way. Maybe not so easy to talk to someone, but I could play them a song.
Right.
And that song could give them just, even if it's 3 minutes, 30 seconds long, gives them that little break from whatever they may need, just so they can clear up some stuff. Because that's what it does to me. When I write, I'm clearing up stuff. Because we all have these incredible minds that go everywhere. But if you can actually align that just for a small amount of time, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever the song is, that's when I really like said, hey, you know what? I can actually not only help myself, but help others across the board with this simple philosophy of just getting aligned, sharing my experiences, and putting it out there. And no matter what was going on in my life, I sang about it all.
Right.
Because it was important to. We all have so many different aspects of us. And then the older I get, I'm 48 now, the older I get, the more I realize, like, I am so different than who I was at 23. I am so different who I was at 37. I'm so different who I was at 42.
Right.
Like, it is, if you can just go and evolve and expand with this situation that we're in, man, I am so excited for the 50s.
That's right.
And the 60s and the 70s, and like take it all the way, because I'm learning so much more and understanding, like, wow, all that stuff that I thought I had down, it served a huge purpose. But it wasn't the end all be all. I am expanding constantly, and that to me is like really the most powerful thing about music. Music allows me to expand. If I get to expand, my soul gets to expand. And I know that's a bit lengthy, but honestly, like, tell you the truth, expansion is super crucial for my existence and being alive right now.
Yes,
music is an expansive tool that I use.
Yes, sir, man. That's sad, man. That was powerful as fuck. I got goosebumps. For real, man. But and it's true, because it's also like a key that unlocks all kind of things, like transparent latches, if you will. You know what I mean? So it's just like, right? So that being said, like, you being a member of Pepper, being an ambassador of happiness, if you feel, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel every time I see this brother, man. I just gotta smile, because that's what he brings, right? I see you and your wife, man, are able to use kind of what you've accomplished with the music, right?
Yeah.
And do so many other things. Like I said, I crash into this guy in the oddest of places, right? And I'm like, what is he doing? And when I see him, they're teaching yoga there. You know what I'm saying? What is it called? Reiki?
Yeah, Reiki.
Reiki,
Yeah, we had a Reiki,
you know what I'm saying?
on the
Energy
campus.
sessions, and they're stretching, and they're just teaching just wellness. And it's a trip. Because I'm saying, like, I ain't talking about, oh yeah, he did that once. I seen him at this festival. No, I'm talking about crashing into his ass at all times, right? So tell me about the hustle, G. You guys, I'm proud to just see y'all faces in places like this, for real. So tell me how did you get, one, just the idea of saying, fuck it, okay, we're gonna take this wellness thing to the same plateau, if not further, than like what you're doing with music. Like, that's amazing.
Well, I think we're gonna like hitch our trailer to the third question with the answer to the second one. Okay.
Okay.
So expansion. Right. And the music is that tool. Now, I have been, teaching wellness with my wife since 2016. I got my my teacher training done in 2016. This was also expansive, and it was also healthy, and it was also in such alignment with where we can go as far as, like, if I can improve myself, that means I can show up better for everyone else.
True.
Okay. So that's where the actual mission started. Was I was meditating, but I wanted to sit in meditation longer, so I actually took my teacher training to do that, so I could learn the asanas. Then Melanie had a yoga studio at the time. We sold that yoga studio in 2019. And so what we've been able to do in the last 6 years a lot is to do these cruises, these things that align with music, and they just kind of wrap, and then bring another part of it. So, perfect example, how it infuses together. So I got my boys, Brett, Yi, and Jeff, and they all have kids, right? So there's a hard stop. Like, October comes, tour's over, see you in June. This loosens up a lot of time for me and Melanie because we don't have kids. Our business is Rebel and Muse is a wellness. It's a wellness offering that we bring to different places like Jam Cruise. We bring it to Closer to the Sun or other festivals. We bring it to resorts like the Four Seasons, and we basically just set up shop and we teach all of these tools to people to help them expand themselves better for themselves and then with others. So it's been kind of like this like brand new creation now. Also too with music, it's so creative, and we're so in love with this because we're now creating together. We're co-creating this experience together, and it's kind of on the forefront. And I really do think like people are going to not only want daiquiris and pina colada by the pool. Right. I really do feel people are really going to start paying attention to their health, their well-being, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and like align that. And so to have these offerings, especially right now, I'm going to call it, okay? In 10 years, a lot of these resorts, a lot of these festivals are really going to be health orientated, and they're going to have a lot of room for practitioners to come in to allow people to learn more tools to help them out in their day-to-day. And then when they get back home from these experiences, to utilize those tools and to make it a little easier for them. Because look, man, we just need to be a lot easier with each other. You got to be a lot easier with yourself. And like, this is actually me reminding me of what I need to do.
Exactly.
I need to be a lot easier with myself, because the more ease I feel, the better it's going to be, the more fun it will be, the more relaxed it's going to be. And then also I can show it better for everyone around me, whether they're close family and friends or not, strangers on the streets, whatever. Like, as long as I get to do the work and have the tools ready to go. So if I'm having an off day, because we all will have those off days. Right. If I'm having an off day, oh, I've got this, I got a drill, I got a screwdriver, I got a hammer. Which one of those tools is going to be appropriate for me to figure out my shit now and get better? So I can actually show up and help people out there, outside of myself as well. So this Rebel in Muse experience has been wonderful. And to be able to have both and, never either or, it's both and, has been just so stunning. And also too, now that we're here, Melanie and I are able to actually connect more and more while being able to use the tools that we're not only sharing, but we're using.
Yes, sir.
We're using those tools while we share them. Like that's fantastic, and so I'm really, really excited. Thank you, Charlie, for bringing that up, man.
That's so dope, man. You just taught me some things about my situation. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I always appreciate you, man.
For real, man.
I'm always blown away with you.
So you guys still doing the wine and stuff like
that? Oh, yeah.
Man, tell me about that too, man. Talk about that.
Okay, question 4. Here we go. Extra innings.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a while ago, we started making wine with Thomas Booth from the Wine Boss in Paso Robles. And then Melanie and I joined our friend Luis Lopez, who's a somm, and we went and we got all the license for importer, exporter, because the world is delicious.
That's right.
And so what we're able to do now is go everywhere to go try wine, and then we'll bring it back. We'll bring these bottles back, and we'll tell you the story about us finding the wine, why the wine is the way it is, where it's grown, and give you an education. All these wineries are like kind of smaller. And so what we're able to do is bring this beautiful wine over, share it with all of the people that are following us, and then let them know, like, hey, check this one out. I mean, this might be something that like Kendall Jackson, right on. It's always there, right? But however, I mean, going to Argentina and going to Mendoza and finding them out back and talking to the winemakers, and they have a hard time getting their wine over. It's like, well, let's talk. We love your wine, so can we print the story on the label so people can actually follow why this wine is in front of them? And also too, what's really cool, going back to the music, putting a little QR code so you can follow some of the musicians or the music from that area where the wine was grown. And so we give exposure to local musicians in that area that, they just have a YouTube channel. Maybe that's it. But it allows you to have that synchronicity with the music and the expansion of it.
That's, man, come on, y'all, super people. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for Mr. Kaleo Wassman from fucking Pepper. That's my crew, man. Yo, so let the people know your socials and everything so people can come follow you, and we good.
Sounds good. Okay, here we go. If you want to find us, rebelandmuse.com, also Rebel and Muse on Instagram, and Pepper Live, Kaleo Wassman, all Instagram. Just put it in. I mean, it's so easy. They make it so easy now.
Exactly.
Yeah, they make it so easy now. Right. Yes. And also, too, I don't know if Charlie's going to do this, but if the words do pop up here of those. Yes. Oh, it's magic, You guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, Charlie. Thank you,
brother. Respect, man.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Charlie Tuna, Fishing Trip, Charlie Tuna TV, Jam Cruise 22, Kaleo, Pepper,
Reel 'em in,
Tuna, and we out. Peace.